Nothing will happen here if you people leave.
You people were the foreign press. The white South African regime often accused the media of instigating the violence that was filmed when I was reporting from the country in 1985. But on October 15th of that year, 2 CBS News camera crews would capture a police operation which no one except the perpetrators could possibly have known about in advance.
So it's a bit dodgy right now.
When cameraman Chris Everson and soundman Nick Delacaza arrived in Thornton Road in a mixed-race suburb outside Cape Town, there was no more violence than usual. But it would escalate into an event that many said did more damage to the South African regime's international image than all the other coverage combined.
There was a bunch of kids standing on a street corner, probably about 30 strong. Clearly there had been some incidents already. There were signs that vehicles had been stoned. There was glass on the street. And not wanting to be part of the scene, we set ourselves well back from it.
Just up the road, but out of sight, CBS cameraman Fim de Vos and sound recordist Anton van der Merwe, no strangers to police harassment, arrived on the scene.
It wasn't violent at that point when I arrived there, but I could see the rocks in their hands. I wasn't that far away from them. I thought, uh-oh, there comes trouble.
Chris Everson had the same gut feeling.
It was a flatbed vehicle with boxes on the back. And I filmed the truck as it went down the road away from me, towards the group of kids on the corner.
Then the truck turned around and came back.
As it approached the kids, 3 or 4 stones hit the windscreen.
And as they did so, there were several policemen in the back of the truck, hiding in boxes, and they popped up.
One stunned youngster froze and watched the horror unfold. Back in 1985, we had no idea that the police had labeled their operation Ghost Vehicle. When I wrote the story that day, I called it a deadly Trojan horse. 3 kids were killed, the youngest was 11 years old, and 12 were injured, among them 2 children who were hit in their own homes.
The strange thing was, at the time, we didn't even realize the importance of what we had just photographed.
And neither did the police. When they finally forced the camera crews to leave the area, they failed to confiscate the videotapes, and the damage was done.
Of course, it was one of those very ugly events that did us a lot of harm.
At the time, Roelof Pick-Botha was the South African foreign minister.
It was extremely harmful for us in foreign affairs because that increased the negative reaction overseas and affected and expanding economic sanctions against South Africa.
Worldwide condemnation of South Africa was almost immediate, and so was the white government's reaction. Within days of the shooting, the state of emergency was expanded. Journalists were prohibited from filming any incident of police violence under the threat of 10 years of imprisonment.
What was new about this event was that there was a camera there. These events, these killings, this police brutality, this happened all the time in South Africa.
Thornton Road today is a far cry from what it was like 28 years ago, except for a steel memorial, a grim reminder of the day 3 young South Africans were gunned down from that deadly Trojan horse. Alan Pizzi, CBS News, Johannesburg.